It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see Mac Jones. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Commanders and the Seahawks, and it comes your way next.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The numbers for Walker last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Seahawks at 7-5 now in the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. It certainly feels like they're more stars. I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be receivers, but hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You talk about this Seahawk defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Give to Walker on the read option. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Sanders' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better.
That deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, it's Brewer. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down now, it's Brewer. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks take back over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Metcalf motions left. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Walker with another carry. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run on first down. Brewer. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing, Jones. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With third down coming up. Operating from the gun, Jones. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Oh, a heck of a move. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. To the right side, this is Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back to Walker on first down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw here. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Well, another drive coming up for this Washington offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good. Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Up the middle they go. It's Brewer. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You first see incompletion, then a very short pickup. Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you're going to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they? Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leek Woolen. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter. And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100. He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free. And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense. On 2nd and 10, Jones. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his. Nice connection there for a really nice gain. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds his man complete. That's Brewer. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. Here's Jones on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold it in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And he returns this to the 22. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble, cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Back to throw now on first down.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 46-yard line.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, Walker.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Washington on third down.
Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And Walker once more.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for Seattle. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now we'll see what the big tight end Mike Gesicki and the rest of the offense has in store. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Jones now throwing on first down. And over the middle here, Amaro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Brewer. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
Ball start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Back to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
They'll drop to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's a look for the end end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. This might have been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. This is a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Brewer. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Jones.
That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle they go. It's Brewer. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brewer. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 9. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Throwing Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Second down and goal. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Jones gonna throw on third and goal. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Dancing away at the 35. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this one's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Jones on 1st and 10.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Washington first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Brewer. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Now 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Jones. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. Able to avoid him at the 40. 84 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. Big yardage that time for Washington. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing what he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be...
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled it by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Here's Jones on first down. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just...
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
At the 41-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. to 11, 24-13 our score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead, I think, here.
I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here.
Really?
Put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, it's Brewer. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the fourth. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. And time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On second down, it's Brewer.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And out now come the Seahawks.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He was covered by Jamin Davis.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and run it up the middle, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but he falls incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now back to throw.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. gets this out quickly to Dotson.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the middle they go. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 in the Seahawk 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center. Because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down. And that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete to Dotson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side. It's Brewer.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. On 2nd down now. It's Brewer.
And he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just about do it.
And they will take a knee here.
Second and 11 now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Brewer. And he'll go down at the 28.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory.
So for Washington,
the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.